Hopping in that pocket like a cockpit, Aaron Rodgers this year. I shine the shadows of these giants, need somebody bigger. Way that I deliver, motion maker, so return to sin.
like
Ain't no
Jamie
fin
Foxx
to bend
on
when I
drugs.
wreck it, ain't no need to check it. Burning up at Maui while we leaf look like a laser weapon. Had to make it rain, I got her man right outside, chat you betchin'. Shake it for
If
me,
I had that
reset the
power, I would be
message
saying
for
I would be
edge
sleeping with
sketchy.
everybody's wife.
I look at people as whole humans. You're not autism, right? You're Joe, who might be experiencing autism. You have a whole past. You have emotions. You have desires. You have goals. You have all that stuff.
You fine now, Marcus. You fine.
Raising sticky
You
southern
fine.
summer valleys, can't believe the weather.
Another episode of the Oddcast. Not your regular podcast. This is where you come to get a little something different.
We're doing double duty today.
Double duty. You're joined by Mark J.
Power shot.
Big B Fines from the Big and Lazy podcast. You see them rocking that merch, go get you some. Appreciate that, man. It's dope. I'll leave it up there.
I feel like big and
There
lazy.
we go.
Invested in my
Yeah,
craft.
there we go. Perfect. Yeah, appreciate that, bro. Real talk.
If you want to 3 times B Fines. B Fines 3 times.
There you go.
But for real.
It's hard though. But shout out gang. Go get you. Where can we get the merch, B Fines? Where can we get it?
BigandLazy.com. Big and that's our site, Big and Lazy. All our links is on there, all our merch, everything is on there. BigandLazy.com. Appreciate the support.
You got a lot of stuff on there too.
We tell y'all, man. Shot glasses, Crocs. You see what we rocking.
I'm mad I can't buy my shot glass.
That's the
I
next
usually have my
thing.
shot glass and coffee mugs, the whole nine, man.
I'll show y'all my Crocs next week. I ain't even gonna bust them out. I got slow play it, slow drip it. You feel me?
Oh, okay, there we go.
That's gonna be next week though. So yes,
Next
sir.
thing I need me a shot.
Shot glass.
All right.
Y'all love it, Don Julio. Take Don Julio out of Big and Lazy glasses.
Sir, I don't have one yet, but you know.
I actually ain't got it. I had my drink earlier, so.
Right is a.
So what's this Dave Chappelle curse theory? What is this about?
I think we just made it up on the fly and it started to make sense more and more.
It made sense. This ain't for nobody else. This is an Oddcast original.
Original right here.
Okay.
Who'd you bring up earlier?
You brought it up.
Who did I bring up?
Boy, what are you talking about? Wayne Brady.
Yes, bro. So I get on Facebook, there's this picture of Wayne Brady dressed like a woman. And they got the woman and Wayne Brady, same person, by each other. And I'm like, no way. And I showed Marcus. And then we started talking about so you got Wayne Brady doing that. Dylon going to prison or getting locked up at least for assault. Who else? Who else were we talking about earlier that's done?
Hold on. Okay,
Ashley Larry.
So Diddy, R. Kelly. We said Ashley Larry, his career, people were starting to look at him more like a joke, and he was actually, I feel like, bigger culturally when he was
on Chappelle's show.
Did y'all hear when him and Corey Hogan was going back and forth and they was like,
a little bit.
Tell me, have you ever a man? And he couldn't even answer it with a straight face, like he beat around the bush. Huh? It was on $1 Million Spaghetti. Corey Hogan was on there, and Wallow or Gilly had called Ashley Larry.
Yeah,
and they was going back and forth. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, of course.
He said, now tell me this. Just answer me this question, Donnell Rollins. Have you ever sucked a dick before? And he couldn't answer it. He beat it around the bush for so you can't even answer the question. What question? Have you ever sucked a dick before? It got kind of bad. See, I see what you're trying to do here. He never denied it. He never.
No. Yes, I know. God damn it.
Right. It's
a simple question. It's a very simple question.
It is.
So him, Diddy, R. Kelly. Who else was it? Charlie Murphy passed away.
Prince passed away. Rick James passed away. Paul Mooney passed away. And they tried to put sexual assault on Paul Mooney.
They did?
Yeah, they did. They tried to put him in with the Bill Cosby shit.
Wow, what?
Yeah, they said he had allegations. They said he had allegations on his name. And the only reason I remember is because I remember someone distinctly telling me this, not even looking it up. Who else did we say? So we got all them knocked out. So we said basically they couldn't get to Chappelle, so they have to. It's a conspiracy. They coming after everybody else. I'm trying to think who else, bro.
They tried to go for Chappelle.
We said Samuel Jackson. He's worth too much money. He's 27 million. Lil Jon said he ruined his life, but for the better.
We just thought it was weird. That's a lot of people that was all on his show.
Yeah.
Or represented on his show.
I'd be thinking about that sometime in my head, though. I'd be like, I know so many people who are dead. Then I'd be like, maybe I just knew a bunch of people. I don't know. I rationalize sometimes. I'm like, maybe I just knew a bunch of people. I don't know. So,
I think, I forgot what I was about to say. Drug money get quick. I got to have the drugs.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. Tell him what the neuropsychologist said.
She was saying that basically in your late 20s, early 30s is the peak of your cognitive abilities, and after that, there's really not much you can do. It's just it starts going downhill.
And hey, I've been so busy. Tell it, is that the same person that's coming out with the app?
Yeah.
Tell him to hit me up again, man. I done got lost. My shit be going so crazy right now, bro. Like, you know how back, I ain't gonna say before this podcast, but if you leave a message, you know what I mean, you'll see it. My shit is just, you know what I mean? Like,
real.
If I don't get it within a day or two, that shit's buried, bro. Like, you know, I gotta dig and scroll. I gotta do better about saving, being organized. But tell him to reach back out to me.
I will. I got you.
You almost at a point, or you might be there, that you need a manager, basically.
Use a social media manager, or maybe like not so much as a manager, but I could definitely use it like a social media type manager and maybe handle calls. But I ain't really heavy on the bookings, and my schedule's kind of, not that busy. But it's far like social media and that phone, that shit's nonstop. Like, I got some, and I missed some of this shit because I got to cut some of them alerts off, bro. I'm like, I just can't do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm only one man. I'm like, you know what I mean? And then I met a little female friend, and my shit just lighting up like this, and you know how that shit go. I'm like, man.
Yeah, because me and Rashad are tag teaming it, and this shit's hard.
Yeah, like, and it's shout out to OT on Market. It's a guy. No, like, I love it. I'm not saying, but he's tagging me. It wasn't nothing but him tagging me and shit, accepting invites to collaborate. And anytime somebody invites me to something, I'm gonna accept. You know what I mean? I'm not no pooper. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And another thing, you see that goddamn cryptocurrency out here at the park?
Yes, bro.
What?
Bro, I got off of Coinbase because I had some automatic, but long story, I had some automatic buys, and I didn't have the money on it at the time, so I quit fucking with Coinbase. I wasn't negative or nothing.
Right.
I kept getting notifications. I'm thinking I owe them some money, but I ain't owe them no money. I looked on there, $900, bro, for like $3.
So what happened?
I had it's an experimental coin on Coinbase wallet. I put like $5 in there like 2 years ago and just forgot about it.
Yeah. And I seen the pictures. I'm saying I seen you put another comment. You said it's gone or something.
Yeah, so like you said, it was an experimental coin like Jupiter or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the last 6 months, it went up like 175,000%, bro. It went crazy. I said, oh shit. So I try to take it to like the little USD coin, the USDA coin, like a stable coin. And when I transfer the Jupiter to the coin, it never showed up. It never transferred over. I got the receipt. I was on customer service for like an hour and a half, but they said they can't look at my wallet. But I put it in this crypto group, and a couple people was giving me a little hope. He said, "Give it time, I wouldn't be worried about it right now."
So your shit just been missing, and that's one of the things that can happen. But basically, that's crazy.
I got evidence of the and everything, but they said it takes a couple hours to show. But I'm like, that's $900. Like,
did you sell it or did you
transfer? I transferred it to another coin. I transferred directly to another.
Oh, okay.
See, you probably transferred it to the USD coin.
Huh?
When I want my money from crypto, I sell it to where it gives me money, like in my USD. And
but it wouldn't let me sell it
though.
It wouldn't let me sell it. That was odd. Like, they wouldn't let me sell it, bro.
That's crazy.
It is. I'm lightweight. And then I got to look at it positive. I only put like $3 in there. So I'm just looking at it. I lost $300.
What you're doing is what people like strive to do. Find that coin before it hits. Like that's the thing about it.
It is.
You did it, and they screwed you.
That's what it is, ain't it, bro? That's the most other shit. Like, and I always like, and this ain't my first one. If I find a coin for a third of a fucking penny, 16 tenths of a fucking penny, what is it? $10? What is $5? I get 900 shares. And if this bitch go up to 6 cents, you sitting pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's always
Compared to
my
the
third.
upside,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's damn near crypto penny stock.
yeah.
No, but you're right. As long as you can get it transferred into legitimate funds, that's all that matters.
So I'm gonna sleep light tonight. It's gonna be a long night if I, you know what I mean.
Don't worry, I was supposed to get paid today, and it didn't hit my account yet.
Mine hit way late. Mine was supposed to hit this morning and it hit at like 6. So
Yeah,
I don't know what it is with today.
yeah. So maybe maybe it's just today. Maybe it's just in there.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we have for him? Gilbert Arenas called Carl. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna have to get you to see this. Gilbert Arenas says Carl Anthony Towns is built, quote unquote,
Quote unquote what?
like a bitch, has the body of a WNBA player, and has girl lips.
Huh?
And someone commented, "This is why those zesty videos and tweets are more damaging than people realize because it progresses to this."
Seen that? Did I seen? Was that like a Photoshop where they had Gilbert
Yeah,
Arenas on? That was Photoshop.
with the painted nails, yeah.
Yeah. Was that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that's where it makes sense. I don't know, man. Like, out of a 15-man roster, 3 people's gay. Just statistics. Just out of 15-man
I
roster.
mean, they starting to not even care about hiding it. Shit.
Yeah,
Right.
it's at least one. It's at least one. Like just
Yeah, at least
at
I put good
least.
money on that. It's a good
That's
so
at
it's
least.
32 teams. It's more to so the over under
Yeah,
of
yeah.
gay men in the NBA, 32 and a half.
Out of
That's
350,
about, that means that's
That's one per
one per
team.
team.
Yeah. 32 and a half. I'm hammering the over. I'm taking my mortgage.
especially if you
I'm
include like the
gonna go
free,
over.
if you
Ain't
include the
nothing
free
wrong with
agent,
being gay. I don't ain't nothing wrong with
Exactly.
being gay.
It
This is
don't
all healthy
matter.
conversation.
but it's
Huh?
more so like, and not that it's our shit. We don't care if you keep it to yourself or not, but it's more so of like just on probability alone.
Right.
It's probably more than 32 niggas who are gay in that mug. It's probably
Yeah, I'm
more than
hammering the over.
32 niggas who beat up their chicks. It's probably more
Right.
than 32 niggas who, you feel me? As we just talking
Do hard
probability.
drugs.
Yeah, boy. At least half of them smoke weed now that they don't get drug tested for weed.
For
That's what
sure.
my mama said. She was like, I can't even trust them no more. They out here doing whatever for betting. Half of them are just high out there the whole time. They just high. I was like, Mama, what is wrong with you?
Real
You're
hypothetical.
right.
Do y'all smoke?
Not no
Yep,
more.
yep.
$1 million, $1 million to never smoke again, or $1 for every blunt you smoke.
$1 million never smoke again. I ain't smoked that many.
Really?
Bro, like I just said, I don't smoke no more, so that's easy.
Yeah.
Hey, give me 500,000. Shit.
25 bands, man, and never hit the weed again?
35 bands. I'll
Are
stop
we
smoking.
talking never again in our life? Like,
Never.
Yeah, if somebody paid me 25
I
bands,
mean, right now that'd be easy for me, but while I was smoking, I would have to think about it.
Yeah.
yeah. It'd be like, but if you smoked again, you gonna die as soon as you hit that mug.
No, for
Like,
real. I
damn.
might. You funny.
What Maya say? No.
No,
Especially Maya said I'm lying. She said I'm a
she ever sneaking stuff in. I don't know. I don't know what she up to.
They said this is Halliburton making no look passes.
They said he was
Who is
playing
that?
like Urkel.
I couldn't tell.
Can
Is
you
that
see
the dude making the
the drinks?
moving his head real funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't moving fast. He just moving his head like
He just moved.
Bro, have y'all seen the dude at Kroger?
Yes.
He's
which
even
one's
worse.
that?
The old man at Kroger. There's this lady filming him, and she's like, "My Kroger, the cashier at Kroger does not play. He gets down." And she's like filming him, and that nigga's just like, I'm like, boy,
He's
I ain't doing
all
shit.
shoulders. He's all
And you
shoulders.
want to know what's funny though? I worked at Kroger when I was like early 20s maybe, and I was a cashier. they do keep your track of like how fast you scan. And I remember I was so hyped because I didn't even know that they really kept track like that. But the manager comes up to me one day, he's like, "You know, you're like top 25 in our region with the speed." I was like, "Oh, I'm ranked in this motherfucker, all right."
Yeah.
You was top 25 in the region on
Bro,
the.
But did you get a prize or something?
no, not at all. Exactly. I'm like, so I'm sitting here getting people out your store quickly. Can I get a raise? And can you help
Yes.
me out? But
At Coca-Cola, they used to have competitions. That was some hard work building pallets.
mhm.
They used to have competitions for like PS5s. And you know Richard Scott? I didn't work there, but my brother always told me. I know Richard. You know Richard Scott?
Oh.
You know Richard Scott, Damon's brother. He went to Wagner. I don't know if you might not know him. Rodney know him, but he holds a record for the like steady good.
No,
He stacked so many cases in an hour. Like, no lie, he's in the Hall of Fame to this day. Like
That's crazy.
I'm saying, if you go to the Coca-Cola out there on Cane Run, if you so happen to get back there, he's on the Wall of Fame. You know, top order pickers or whatnot.
That's insane.
It is real tough.
that is not for anyone who's done order picking anything like that.
Like,
If you in the Hall of Fame of
Hall
that
of
shit,
Fame.
you are one of the baddest.
You working
They
your
don't even
ass
know.
off.
They don't even know what's walking around. They don't even respect you.
Like you was working your ass off, bro.
Like I be talking shit to my kids. Like I'm one of the greatest motherfucker you niggas ever seen on the pallet. Like for real.
No lie, I was working one time and I was working delivering liquor, and the motherfucker gonna say to me, the guy was like an underhand comment. You're a natural with the fork dollar. You're a natural with the because I did something and moved it around. He said, "Oh, you're a natural with this." I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up.
That's what I'm saying.
How you a natural with a goddamn? You're a natural with the dollar.
You were made to do that.
Yeah.
Right, nigga, shut up.
Fuck out of my face.
Nigga, I'm about to hit your
So
foot.
what's the quickest job you ever quit?
This AT&T door-to-door sales job, about 4 days.
Okay. I think I made it. I think I made the orientation. Then on the second day on the floor, I quit during lunch. Like, no
You was
lie, it
like,
was a GameStop too, and no lie to black people. You gotta be a good nigga around here. You gotta be. They want you. Seriously, I'm like, what the
you
fuck? Like, I'm out of here, bro. Like,
you knew.
yeah, they want you.
GameStop?
They want you to see. Yeah, they was like packaging up game. This is before digital. Like, it is
Yeah.
like 12 or 13. They want you to see you working all the time. You got to be a good nigga around here. I'm like, oh yeah, this ain't for me.
Nah, give me
They
the fuck out of
sharecropping
here.
in that
Yeah, I'm out of here, bro.
Indentured servants ass niggas.
Hey, one for me is like this place called Royal something, but these niggas had like, you're gonna be working in the field, you're gonna be doing this with our brands, you're gonna be this and that. Nigga, why'd they have a nigga in the entrance of Kroger? Nigga trying to take donations.
What? Oh, nah, fuck that.
And you probably can't even bring yourself to say some of this shit. Like, you just sitting there like, bro, like.
And then I saw Mills, one of Damo's buddies, and the dude, he was like, "That's the perfect guy. That's the perfect guy. Go ask him." And I was like, and I said what's up to him, and I was like, just talking to him for a second. He was like, "You didn't ask him anything?" I said, "Oh, I know him personally." He said, "When he comes out the store,
Oh my, I would have been like,
when he comes out the store, you better ask him."
when he comes out the store, I'm walking away with him, nigga. Get the fuck out of my face.
I didn't even finish that day. I asked somebody to come pick me up.
No, for real. That's one of those jobs you like, no, this ain't it. You immediately know. But them jobs like that, when you see a motherfucker, you know. That's how you know you don't want to do it. When you like, hey, I gotta get out of here. You're like, I gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so a day and a half. Be fine.
Yeah, 4 days for me. And the
Sound
only
about
reason
right.
was I was super desperate, just hoping for a sale. But then
No lie.
I needed some money.
Real talk.
Listen, I
Come on.
made my first sale on the fourth day. And the girl that was like, I was shadowing her, but basically like all her shit was hooked up to like her, basically I made a sale and it went to her. That was it. I was like, yeah, fuck that.
Real
Like,
talk. Like, I'm cool.
I'm like, bitch,
MCL
I
jobs
make
ain't for
that.
me, bro. Like, it's cool. Like, I work at the boat and I kind of hustle for tips a little bit, but that's different.
Right, that's different.
But it ain't keep. Everybody say keep your own tips, but sometimes that box is full, and sometimes like damn, like. So I'm cool with it
Yeah.
because it's certain types. I ain't trying to go there, but it's certain type. It's certain people that'll tip me, and some people won't tip the blonde, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's cool, but I need a steady income. Fuck that selling because people are assholes, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I'm cool, bro.
Especially
I'm
in
just
our
gonna clock in and if I get a little extra bonus somewhere, you know what I mean? Them companies are fucked up. They'll have a company meeting, how they made billions of fucking dollars and millions of dollars and give you some goddamn pizza. Man, I used to work for a liquor distributing company. They was the same way, like, yeah, we're getting more product and y'all can deliver more product and we ain't getting no bonuses. Y'all got this little shitty ass breakfast in here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Y'all talking about billions of dollars and y'all give us some goddamn pizza or something.
right.
Damn barbecue or something. You writing off on your taxes. Man, fuck
Actually, unbelievable, honestly. But that's
Yeah,
another.
that. It
what you're
is.
talking about, I don't know if you know what the Higher Learning podcast is, but they talked about the same thing. Van Lathan, the black dude from TMZ that Kanye got into it with.
Yep.
He
You
has
got
a
into it with him?
no. Kanye got into it with him.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
TMZ, the black dude, where Kanye went into TMZ and got into
Mm-hmm.
it. Well, he was the black dude on TMZ, and he has his own podcast, and it's pretty fucking big. And they talked about the same shit you just talked about this week. Same
Do y'all
shit.
got any Kanye conspiracy theories before we get into our top five?
Yeah, yeah, the one you just said the other day about that nigga being homeless on that bench.
I
You
was
said
telling
who?
about. I was telling about
Okay.
they done. Damn, I don't know what that was. They done found him on a bench in Chicago, and they're like the one running around is his clone. But there's this. I mean, they got videos of this man, and he looks and sounds like a bum Kanye. Like I don't know. I feel
But
like
okay, go ahead.
no. You go ahead. You go ahead.
I think y'all ever been to Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the most surveillance. They got cameras everywhere. I think. Let me see. You gotta send it to me. It's kind of blurry. You gotta send it to me.
Even in the blurriness, I'm like, it looked like that nigga's head. Like
I'll send it to you. But
Chicago is surveyed a lot.
no, it's heavily surveyed. Like the traffic lights have cameras on them, so if you run a red light, they just bill you.
I don't know. There's a lot, but we're gonna let the next few years play out because I feel like it's at a pivotal a pivotal moment right now. So we'll see how it turns out.
You still hear us?
Be fine.
You say who?
Do you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I
Okay,
got
okay,
you.
okay.
No, just making sure. No, because we didn't finish what we were talking about with the Kanye
My fault. I
conspiracy.
got a phone call. Let me cut my shit on airplane
No,
mode.
you good. You good. We
Well,
just saying that no, Kanye might be clones just because of that. But do you
I
have a
can see.
Kanye? Do you have a Kanye conspiracy theory or something?
No, I ain't got no guts. Not really.
Not him specifically, but of course, they talked about his mama being a sacrifice. Illuminati was big. They tried to hurry up through it. I don't know if I believe
Yeah.
much.
I really got into the conspiracy theories because it's always some black folks. Like it's always some, you know what I mean? It's
you're
always
right.
some black folks. Like I don't know. I never really got into it. It's always Jay-Z, Jamie Foxx. It ain't never no white folks. It ain't never no.
Until Elon Musk, nigga. Until Elon Musk just said that the reason Trump don't want that list come out because he owned it. Talking about Epstein.
That's wild right there. That is.
Yeah. Now
He's dropping the bomb.
we hear white major conspiracies. Yes.
You try to get that nigga knocked off.
And I just wanna I just got the notification in 50,000 no 7,500 downloads. Spotify downloads. Just got the motherfucker. Like I just got that right now. Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but there we go. Big and lazy.
That's
It's the
crazy.
takeover. We taking over.
There it is.
Perfect timing.
Big timing.
And no lie, I ain't trying to be funny. I pump my own shit. Ain't that a nice quality? I was surprised by
No,
the
it
quality.
is. It is.
It's nice. It ain't real thick. It's nice and it ain't. It's just right in the middle. It's
It
nice.
ain't one of them
Yeah,
Gildon thick ass cotton shirts.
you're right. Big thick collars, and you know what I mean. It's comfortable. Like he's
The
serious.
motherfucker be
Niggas,
stiff.
niggas collar used to be like that on the white t-shirt. Nigga got a tortoise neck. They said that ain't a turtleneck. That's a tortoise
Not
neck.
quite exactly.
Yeah,
As a tortoise neck.
collar like that on the white t-shirt.
That's crazy.
It don't go all the way up your neck, but it's
That's tough.
no, it's a nice cotton, like
Yeah,
ain't too thin either though. It's perfect.
right.
It ain't Egyptian cotton, Ethiopian cotton, something like that. Still like that shit,
Egyptian
nigga.
silk or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
Next week, Samuel Jackson's top 5 movies. We gotta go Samuel.
definitely.
He got a
I'll
deep
write it
catalog.
down.
His catalog might be better than Denzel's.
It might be.
Write it
It
down.
might. I think it is. Well, just going off the top of my head, I would say Samuel's catalog is. I haven't seen them side by side, but I'm rocking with that. I'm going with that.
I ain't gonna lie though. When you give me any catalog to watch, I'm choosing Denzel.
Really?
As I told you, that's why like I was just telling y'all about that random movie. I'll randomly go back at times and I just be like, I'm gonna just type in Denzel, watch and just watch something that comes up. Cause it's always something I ain't seen. Like I'm 32 and there's still like movies I'm like, what is this?
Devil in the
Seen out of time? That was a good one. Damn good one.
Mm-hmm. All right, I wrote that down though. Top.
Samuel.
Mm-hmm. We got that for next time.
I'm glad you talked about your stuff for a second though, because we're gonna turn that into a little ad for Big and Lazy.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
You already know. That's what we trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for top 5? Top 5.
Ready for the top
And
5?
who you got as your winner for the NBA Finals?
I've been betting against Halliburton forever, so I'm not betting against Halliburton again. But OKC's stacked, and they get like 10 first round picks in the next 8 years, bro. Like it's just they stacked,
They're
and the
not
future's
done
bright.
yet.
Shout out to Cameron Woods, by the way. I don't know if you saw that picture. Posted
That's dope.
everywhere. But he went to Eastern. He was the same grade as us. He was our center. He was like 6'10", 6'11", huge. He played at Butler University after.
Where's he playing at?
He's the G League coach or front office. He may have switched now for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They did a write up on him about how he's been instrumental in their success as on the organization front.
Really? Okay.
So shout out Cam Woods. Niggas like him is why I didn't play basketball. Coach, what do you want me to do against 6'10"?
What can I
What
do?
do you want me to do?
Like what chance do I have?
I can pass the ball. I pass the fuck out that ball. That's about it. So, all right, top 5. What we getting into? What do we want to do first?
I think I want to start with superpowers.
I don't know. He's souped up.
You already know.
Start us out then.
All right. Let's see.
Since you want to be turned up, nigga.
Number 5. I didn't put no honorable mention. We're going straight list.
Me too.
Number 5. The ability to create fire.
Pyrokinesis? No.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But some of them can only manipulate it. I can straight up pull fire out my hand and do what I want with it. I feel like that'd be dope. Number 4, simple, flying. You just get up and fly anywhere you want to. That's dope as fuck to me. Number 3, telekinesis. Instead of super strength, I want to be able to pick things up with my mind. Strength don't matter. It's like I can still pick that up though. You know what I mean? I can move things around with my mind. Matilda type shit, except on a Magneto level. You know?
Yeah.
Matilda.
Exactly. Number 2, read minds.
Jean Grey. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Jean Grey. Right. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Number 2, read minds.
I wouldn't want that.
Bro, nobody can lie to you. You could get into situations that basically you gonna be 10 steps ahead of everybody that's around you at all times. Nothing that they can't lie to you. And most people in those movies, they loved ones be like, you said you'd never read. I ain't gonna make that promise. I'm be like, I ain't saying I'm gonna always be in your head, but nigga, I feel like you lying. I'm gonna just read your shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. So
when she's like, I don't know what I want for dinner. And you gonna go in there?
You want pizza. Like, even if you don't want it in your direct conscious, it's in your subconscious. That's what you really want. So
Crazy.
you can be a scammer, you can be whatever you want.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Sure can.
number one, I want to be able to transport like Nightcrawler.
Okay.
Appear, disappear wherever.
Like Kodak Black transporting.
Yeah.
You said who?
Like Kodak Black.
Right.
Exactly.
So I feel like instead of super speed, I'd rather do that. Because super speed, I mean, similar, but you got to run everywhere. Transporting, I can just disappear, appear wherever I want to.
Can I use the super speed in the NFL?
Hell yeah.
Are they gonna let you though?
Right.
Also,
No, you can do it like the Incredibles. Remember when Dash was running the race and he tried to slow down and he sped up and tried to slow down?
Mm-hmm.
I was
You
about
just
to
run
say,
just as fast.
you gotta from the time you a kid or whenever you figure out you got that power, you gotta basically run slow the rest of your life if you wanna be a professional athlete.
Only in
You
competitive spaces. Yeah, only in
yeah.
competitive.
So you can make it all the way to pro, doing that, get some money, and then retire.
Yep. That'd be perfect. You don't even get hit that much because you're so fucking fast.
Right.
They call you the human glitch or some shit. They'd be like, "Bro, like slow this down." He was about to get hit right there. Then he like,
And he just sees some shit.
yeah, I don't know.
That's a bet.
Yeah, that's mine though.
You want me to go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Number 5, how to be in the top 5. Flying. Feel like that'd be so therapeutic. That's the only place where it's like dead quiet, really on Earth type shit. You gotta go up in the sky or the ocean, go in the water type shit. But yeah, dope. Number 4, omnilingualism. Be able
Languages?
to be able to speak any language just as soon as I hear it. I can automatically speak it. So I had already thought about it. I'd be the world's greatest musician. I'd be in every language. I'd be hitting that shit in every language. I'd be getting all the girls straight up. You feel me? You feel me? I'd be around just It sounds bad. I told Lauren that we weren't gonna do the manosphere stuff. But I'd be going around trying to holler as many chicks as possible to have like a medley. You feel me?
There you go. I can see it.
What
Maya
else?
said she's telling Ashley.
That's fine. Ashley. I'll send her the link. But what else would I be trying to do? Like I don't know. I feel like I would just live everywhere and just travel, like and just easily. Because I feel like language barrier stops a lot of people from doing.
For sure.
So just that alone, I'd be like, I'm popping up everywhere. Like, and you may think I'm this or that, but I can speak your tongue. That'd be hard. And even like, even deeper than that, like tribes and stuff like that, like people who you can't even speak to. Like I could be getting in with them. I could be learning some shit. You feel me?
Have you ever seen Jumper?
Yep.
That's a good movie.
It's a dope movie.
It's been a while since I've watched it.
Anakin Skywalker.
Yep.
Why you say that? Oh, is that who it is? I didn't know. Okay, I'm about to jump on that. No pun intended. Number 3.
False.
Number 3, probability manipulation. So I'll be a lazy superhero or whatever. I'm not gonna lie. So like, what's your girl's name?
Doctor Strange.
What's her name? From Atlanta. When she's a superhero and she in Deadpool. I think she's in Deadpool, but her character.
Deadpool.
But her character in like it's the second or third one, but like she has probability manipulation. So all she does is like if someone tries to kick her out of a car, she'll know the right timing and just like land on a balloon or something. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy, but if I was doing that, win the lotto, just manipulate the lotto, be good. Just do small things for people. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy, but I would always just be doing something small where it's like lazy superheroing where it's just like, this is paid for, for somebody. There was an electronic glitch. Just small shit like that. It's just me being lazy, I ain't gonna lie. Lazy superhero. So
Gotcha.
number 2, shape shifting. I feel like I want to know what it'd be like to be all the animals in the animal kingdom and shit like that, or just whatever.
What's his name? Beast Boy from
Beast
Teen
Boy.
Titans.
I thought your boy was like that. Not Mystique. I was about to say Nightcrawler Mystique. So yeah, things like that. It'd be
What
cool.
was that book called? Animorphs? Animorphs.
Oh my gosh! At the book fair?
Remember that?
At the book fair?
I used to love them covers.
That shit was so hard.
Dope
Animorphs.
as shit.
Yeah. So
They
shout out
made me want to
Scholastic.
read, even though I didn't. But
Yep. Shout out Scholastic Book Fairs. Fire. I used to
Remember
ask
the
my mama.
posters?
What'd you say?
Remember the Lamborghini posters and the car
yeah,
posters?
Oh man.
be so mad couldn't afford that shit.
Yep. I used to ask my
Man,
mom.
crazy.
My mom used to be like, "Here's $5." I'm like, "What can I buy with $5? An eraser? A bookmark?"
Nah, for real.
Yeah. So
Fucking bookmark.
that's me. Bookmark. Number one, time travel.
You would get
I'm a historian, so time traveling.
yeah.
I would have to go back and see shit, even if I didn't like manipulate it. Just being there and seeing some shit. You feel me? That'd be
Right.
a vacation for a nigga. Let me go back into the swinging 20 and shit like that.
Feel like
I'm going back 10 years and take everything I got into
putting
Bitcoin.
on Bitcoin. Yeah.
I'm not greedy. I only go back 50, 60 years.
We going
Just
on
give me
Bitcoin.
15 years, a solid 10. So with the superheroes, I kind of went like superhero Pacific.
That's
I
cool.
didn't know like general. So here's my top five. I got an honorable mention, Spider Man and his, web slinging, and I would like to be a, Spider Man. So number five is Storm, being able to control the weather.
Yeah,
I
that's
think that's
hard. I
pretty
thought
dope.
about
Superman, his invincible strength, you know, and I don't think him and Batman. I don't think that's a fair fight, but
It's not.
that's a different conversation for a different day.
It's not. Batman fans would be like, with prep time, fuck out of here,
No,
bro.
it's not. It has no prep time could get him out of all those.
But Batman fans swear by it, and then they'll be like, go watch Batman versus Superman, and Batman had that kryptonite suit, and I'm like, I wouldn't have gave him time to put that motherfucker on. Like,
Right. It'd have been over. Like, as I soon found out we was beefing, it's over. But I'm breaking your fucking neck. Seriously, it's over. Like, it's
I'm fucking,
over, buddy.
but for real, I'm fucking you up before you even have a chance.
Number three is Nightcrawler, a jumper.
it's
He
my
teleporting.
favorite. It's my favorite.
Number two, speaking of Batman, some people say is he a superhero because he has no superpowers, but his superpower is white privilege and wealth. He's a rich white guy. That's just fucking.
That's his motherfucking.
That's
Yeah.
his superpower. He can just go around and beat people up with no fucking authority, and just
The
raffle
Pope.
people and just nobody else can, but he can
Well,
because
no.
he's a fucking billionaire and he
Yeah.
got fancy gadgets and cars. So that's his superpower.
They said he's beating niggas up over an eighth and shit.
Who the fuck are you to say who's right or wrong? You know what I mean? So, but number one, and this is my favorite X-Men, Magneto, the
Okay,
ability
all right.
to control metal.
Thought you was about to say Wolverine, but
I
no.
was debating on that, but if you can control metal, you got
Especially
the world
his
by the fucking
mind.
nuts. Huh?
Yeah, the
How Magneto
universe.
thinks, he's more like a Malcolm X to
Yeah.
Professor X's Martin. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
So no, I fuck with Magneto tough. He's probably my. I love Nightcrawler so much though that like I picked him for my favorite. Like that's why transportation is my number one power I'd have. I just love that power, like to just wherever the fuck you want. But
Are y'all friends? Are y'all X-Men? Are y'all friends of X-Men? Like, are y'all fans of X-Men?
Yeah, both of them.
Can we do a top 5 X-Men movie?
movie or mutants?
Like, well, I guess we can do both. I don't know, but
Do
top
both.
5 movies, X-Men movies.
We
Okay,
can do them on different weeks or something like that, but we
Yeah.
can do both.
let me write that down.
Shout out to my bros, Juice Daddy. Now they're two brothers. Juice Daddy, go follow them on Insta. This is their poppy, pineapple, strawberry, cucumber, watermelon, and lime. And this one is their stepdaddy. Apple, celery, lemon, kale, ginger. It's a sweet with earthy taste. You can get orders from them online. You can pick them up. You can see them at the farmers market. They're at both the St. Matthews and the New Albany farmers market on Saturdays. Just tap in with them, man. I was telling him about some dude named Bishop that rides with the X-Men. That nigga's he's kind of like Cyborg-ish, but even like turned up even more type shit. I'm like, X-Men just They got some cold shit. Just got,
Okay.
they, they need to do a better job at promoting their black characters.
Right. Let's do Spike TV shows next and do conspiracies last.
All right, cool.
Conspiracies might be a little juicy.
All right, cool.
Who wants to start off the Spike?
Go ahead.
I got it, all right. When I was looking back, I feel like maybe it's just the nostalgia. I thought they had more shows, bro.
Me too. I'm like, I
I
thought
gotta
they
see why they went out.
had.
Niggas went out like some suckers. Y'all went out like some suckers.
It was a little difficult to do the top 5 when there's only about 4 shows that I really watched. But all right, let's go. Number 5, Pros vs. Joes.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, it's only on there because I needed a 5th one. But I watch it every once in a while.
You know the host killed himself.
No, I didn't know that.
Nope.
R.I.P. He just died yesterday or the day before.
What?
Are you talking about Brinkus?
Yeah.
The one
No.
Is his name?
I'm thinking of sports science. I'm thinking
Okay.
My fault.
I was about to say. He killed himself though. John Brinkus did.
Yes, crazy.
Love sports science. That's why you athletes are dumber than a box of rocks now.
Also, honorable mention, I guess, would be Raw, because Raw came on there for a little bit, but I didn't want to use Raw like as a show, so just worth a mention. All right, number 4, I actually like the show Mansers. They would, had men on there explaining shit, and yeah, that was pretty cool.
And the Manosphere.
And the Manosphere, right? We're back again.
We back.
Number 3, Cops. It's just something you can at any time just need something to watch, throw that on and be entertained. That was a nice time passer. Cops.
Okay.
Yeah, just regular old cop.
Cops made mine too.
So yeah.
I'm disappointed in both your brothers. I wouldn't stand for that.
It's probably number 1 on his list.
Me? No.
Number 2, World's Most Amazing Videos. That was a dope blue show. Just kind of, it would be some dope stuff on there. It's kind of America's funniest home videos, but in a little more rated R. It wasn't the same vibe, but it was just random videos. And then number 1, 1,000 Ways to Die.
That was on Spike TV?
Yes.
I forgot about that.
They would, of course, show the diagram of the motherfucker dying and how they died and all that. Yeah, that was the one for me. So
I'll go next just to make sure. B-Found's got all his.
All right.
Let me call my mom back. I'm gonna stay right here though. I'm gonna just put my stuff on mute.
Gotcha.
Number 5, 1,000 Ways to Die. That shit was crazy. I remember a girl died on there because she used a cucumber as a dildo, but she shaved it first, and then it cut her internally, and she bled to death. I was like, that is
insane, bro.
So yeah, that one, I don't know if that scarred me. And then somebody fell into a wood chipper. I remember that a part of episode 2. I'm like, damn, this shit's crazy. So number 4, Deadliest Warrior. I don't know if you remember that show, but what they would do is they would recreate the old weapons that the old historians would use.
Remember that.
Old warfare weapons that they would recreate from old cultures. And that was fire. That was...
You know that turned into a video game?
No.
Yeah, it turned into a video game, yeah.
That's crazy. That was like sports science of the manosphere.
Didn't they have the animals where the animals follow each other too? What was the name of that show? Is that Spike TV?
It had to be Spike TV.
Because I think they had on the same premises of the Deadliest Warrior, they had to do different tests and testing out. I think that's the same one. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm trying to think. Number 3, Mansers. They were wilding on Mansers.
I check out Mansers. I ain't never heard of that one.
That one was wild, B Fines. That one was wild.
It was cool. It's a good
Mansers,
show.
Mansers was wild. It would be like it was cool, but there was some. It was some wild shit, man. It was some wild shit. So
Like,
it would answer the questions that circle around in a man's brain.
yeah.
So that's what made it cool. But it was definitely interesting.
It
So
was of its time.
it was of its time, right? Right. Number 2, most extreme elimination challenge. Can't believe you didn't. MXC. It was basically the Asian people doing
Oh,
Wipeout.
wait.
I think I remember that, and they had like the translated. It was like a translated version.
Yes.
It was
Okay, yeah.
a super Asian show. Like the visuals, it felt like you was in Asia.
It was original game show. Sometimes it would come on Cartoon Network, maybe. But yeah, MXC, that was like
Yeah.
I laughed so hard as a kid at that shit. They would run
Nah,
up
that
and
was
they would send like a boulder down and be knocking niggas down back down the hill.
ridiculous shit.
They would have to walk like on water, like through the pond. They would be busting their ass. They'd have to walk on
I
these
remember that.
giant rollers. We used to cry laughing as kids. Cry laughing. I remember.
Yeah. It was a
So
good show.
number 1, Rashad disrespected it. I'm bringing it back to the top. Pros versus Joes. Let's go.
Yeah, that's
Let's
my
go.
number 1 too.
We back at the top, baby. Think they had niggas trying to tackle him.
Yes.
They had them trying to get like a board against Hakeem. And then they would talk shit to him. Crazy.
That
Like,
was
come on.
crazy.
But if I'm not mistaken, I might be missing one more honorable mention. Remember when Michael Irvin had a TV show where he gave a tryout?
Yeah, what?
Who?
Michael Irvin had a TV show.
Yeah, that's on my list. It's
All
called
right,
Fourth and Long. Yeah.
all right, so to furthermore, we'll go to Big Five's list. We'll let him finish it up. That's my
Okay, number 5 with Funk Max Flex. It was like
yeah.
Pimp. It was more relatable. It wasn't no. I think I tagged one of y'all in it. They was shooting cars at the goddamn exhaust pipe. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, I think I tagged one of y'all in it. Like, and they were shooting. I don't know why they were shooting cars at the exhaust pipe, but I don't know.
What they
Yeah,
don't pimp my ride?
yeah, bit my ride. Like, this is more relatable though. This is more like they found old cars and restored them. Number 4, Deadliest Warrior. I love that. I think they had the animal version first. Second, like it'd be the tiger versus the lion. They'd do different tests and shit. That was pretty dope. 3, Cops. That was some good funny shit on there.
Right. My
I
girl
would
be
pay good
watching
money
that.
to see the unedited version. Cause I know them cops was fucking people up. This is before body cams too. I know they was fucking people up taking money. I would love to see. I think in about 10 to 15 years, you're gonna see somebody in the higher ups release them goddamn cops tapes, man. And serious business.
Before you
Number
go,
2, huh?
quick thing I was gonna say is the reason that show even came out is because like the public perception of cops after
Rodney King or something?
Yeah.
it was Rodney King. It was some other things though, y'all. It was like all Atlanta. Remember the cops in Atlanta and how they did. So after all that, they said the public perception was bad. So they basically came up with a TV show to kind of like
You talking about
PR.
the Mad Dogs?
Yeah, Mad Dogs and stuff like that. Like apparently, like it was like a PR stunt basically.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember they said you couldn't have no negative, like, that's why I want to see the tapes. Like,
Me too.
it was in the contract, like, you couldn't have no negative, like, you know what I mean?
Yep. So I would love to see the unedited. So and there was some
Speaking of
bullshit.
cops, right before we start recording, they did a prostitution thing, right? And the nigga was dressed like a clown. The nigga was in the clown in a minivan and all things. And he was picking up prostitutes and they was going for it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I would love to see the outtakes of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, the nigga was in full clown, white face, nose, and
Going for
he was
prostitutes.
squirting with string. Like, you're so silly. How much for a blowjob? Like, it was
Bro, that's not gonna be out of context.
it was hilarious, dude. Like, he had a little, how much for this? And he'll flash his lights. I would love to see the unedited versions of that.
The fuck out
Number
of here.
2, Fourth and Long. And the reason I put Fourth and Long so high on my list, remember Montrell Jones used to play for Louisville? When he played at Tennessee, he was on there. And he was actually, while that show was airing, you know, it records in advance. He came back. He was coaching for the Jets. So like, I was seeing him every day while the show was on. Like, and I say what's up to him. It wasn't too much conversation, but that was a good show. And number one, pros
versus Joes, dog. Trying to get a rebound like Charles Barkley.
But like they was giving Alonzo Mourning work. I think it was like a 3 versus 3 tournament. They was fouling. They was turning his ass up, man. they teed Alonzo Mourning up and everything.
Damn.
Yeah, for some reason I didn't watch it that much when, like I said, it was number 5 on my list, but I didn't really start watching it until I got a little older. Like it's one of those that just bypassed me, like for some reason.
That shit's good as hell. That shit's funny.
But yeah, when I started watching, I was like, it's kind of interesting. Like, what the fuck?
And the niggas always be talking shit.
Like, okay, this the big dog.
Can I go first?
Of course.
Number 5, my top 5 conspiracy theories. Number 5, when the cigarette companies start losing the control and people start bucking, and you can look this up. Well, I guess it's not a conspiracy theory because you can look it up. In the early 90s, when cigarette companies start getting in trouble, y'all, you're addicting this and you can't, ain't no more cigarette ads. You can't no smoke. When they start cracking down on cigarette smoking, they bought the food companies. And you can go look this up. And they said, we're going to get you this way. We're going to red dye. We're going to, processed foods. We're going to get you this way. That's number 5. Number 4, PETA. The meat company, like, they sponsor PETA to make animal activists look stupid. Like, meat companies and people that use animal products sponsor PETA to make animal protesters and shit look stupid. I believe that. Number 3, I don't really think this is a conspiracy, but because this is a known fact, the CIA bringing crack into the black community. Shout out to, if you watch
was gonna be on my top 5 too.
Number 2, JFK. I don't know if y'all watched the million documentaries about that, but they revisited the Looking Glass. The day the JFK came out, like in Oliver Stone did one like in the early 90s.
Yep.
Whoopi Goldberg narrated, like looking back at it, and I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? Like, I'm late to this one. Like, I just got hip to this one like in the last year or two. And number 1, RIP to everybody that lost their life. It's a real thing. Them towers came down.
Right, and people died.
Some other than them planes brought them towers down that quick and clean. This is just high school physics. Ain't no way that shit buckled at the seams. Like, if you just look at it, it looks like an explosion. Like, so number 1 is 9/11. And real quick, where was y'all at 9?
School.
What grade?
Second.
Second,
We were in
third.
second grade.
I was in the 6th grade, Miss Powell's class, Westport, and a teacher, Miss Krantz. I never forget. She came through, do. Like, she was running down the hallway, beating on doors, like, the World Trade Center just got attacked by a plane. I'm like, what the fuck? The World Trade Center is like, I don't know, like, so we 6th grade boys, right? So socials, this is like, I don't forget what second period was, but third period was gym. And the gym teacher come to us. She said, y'all can either sit here and watch TV about the towers, or y'all can go play whatever y'all want to play, basketball, football.
You already know what happened.
Hey, we over.
We was gone.
I'm out there like Deion Sanders. I wasn't as big as I was. I could move back then. So the next day she come to us.
That nigga was shaking the teacher, nigga.
Next day, don't lie, she come to us. Yesterday taught me a lesson. It's really showed me who really. Man, we 6th grade niggas from the hood. We don't give a fuck about no goddamn Al Qaeda. But we from the hood, but we don't give a fuck about none of that shit. We out there just no lie, just hooping and just playing flag. I never forget, like, and she said, whoever sat and watched and showed patriotism get extra credit, and we'll do whoop. She's trying to make us feel bad for not watching that shit.
I got the hoop. Get out.
Yeah, get the fuck on out of here. That's my top 5.
She what was I gonna say? Shit, 2nd grade, Miss Davis's class. Hannah DeBall's birthday's on 9/11. So it was her birthday. They brought in cupcakes. You know how they used to do. You know the kids just hype.
Yeah.
Nigga. We got nigga birthday, nigga. We got cupcakes, nigga. We hype.
Yeah.
Nigga. They rolled that TV on that cart, nigga. Next thing I know, everybody around me's crying and shit. I'm looking around like,
What's
damn,
going on?
niggas die every day. B. What happened? You know what I'm saying? I'm young, and it's crazy because I'm young enough to even think that. But I had somebody, I knew personally at that age who was murdered. So I'm like, that shit had, that's just me being like, whatever, niggas die every day, B. And look, what happened? My aunt, her boyfriend at the time was a pilot at UPS. And she said something after school, she said something to me and she was pissing me off. So I was like, why don't you and your boyfriend just take a flight? Hey, bro.
Damn.
Hey. And like this is like you not undeveloped, you undeveloped brain, like you still seeing, we watching like shit we ain't supposed to see, just being bad. You know what I'm saying? And so I said that, and my mama looked at me and was like, she stared at me for so long, bro. And like we have like a 30-minute ride home from my grandparents, bro. That was some of the longest 30 minutes of my life. That was
Right.
the longest 30 minutes. And on top of that, I even remember us getting off the exit and there being like only like 3 gas stations and there was like 70 cars lined up ready to get gas. Like I didn't know what it felt like the world was ending. I ain't even gonna lie. Didn't understand nothing.
Yeah,
But
like what the fuck?
like you said, I was still wilding, and my mama probably looked at me the same way that teacher looked at you and said, I'm disappointed. I see you in here who's really about it.
You don't give me the option to play basketball at that age. You know what I'm about to do.
And she like, well, yesterday taught me a lot. Man, we 10-year-old, 11-year-old boy, what the fuck did it teach you?
I would have
I'm
been
thinking
like,
like, what the?
Let
you
me
You get
know.
10-year-old boys, 11-year-old boys, y'all want to play basketball or watch TV about some shit y'all don't know nothing about. Hindsight's 2020. It was some inside shit anyway, but we playing ball, baby. We know
We hooping, nigga.
all his life.
Andrew, Trent Duckworth. Most of us played ball. Most of us played. It was about 7 to 8. Dweebs. Excuse my language.
Yeah, we got
Dweebs is
that
over
good.
and watching TV. Uh, yeah, like
Shit, our dweebs used to go hard, y'all. Oh shit. All right. What's your top 5?
You want me to do it? All right.
I can do mine, it don't matter.
I'll go real quick.
I ain't trying to rush y'all, but I got like 10% left. But I think I can finish this interview. Though. I got like
Yeah,
10
Oh,
more
I
we
got
can.
minutes.
I got to get off myself. But all right. This one is controversial. I don't exactly believe it. Marcus probably already know what I'm about to say. I don't exactly believe it. All I'm saying is that motherfuckers can't exactly not prove it either. Number 5, the flat Earth theory. I know it sounds ridiculous,
Mm-hmm.
but people rely on the government for stuff. But I'd be like, but you be like, you question them about other shit, but about this, you want 100% rely on it. Is there anything you can do to prove it? You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. I don't, I don't believe it, honestly, but I don't like how closed-minded people are about it.
True.
Number 4, the Black Knight satellite is of alien origin. Black Knight is this satellite that orbits the Earth, and we don't know where it's from. And like,
Really?
yeah, that's
Yeah, we don't
something
know
for
where
us
it's
to look
from.
up. So it could be of alien origin. It could be surveying us.
Right.
Number 3, the weather machine. We've been on this for a decade strong. Like, nah, they got something controlling that weather. They
Shut
can
up, Bill
make
Gates.
shit happen, and it's pretty much proven. At least they can do rain and make
They
it
can see the
cloud.
clouds. Yeah, they can see the clouds.
But I feel like they further along than that.
Me
So
too.
the weather machine. Number 2, 9/11 was an inside job. Same thing. All the stuff you just explained. Like it's just too much has came out about it, and it's just like, nah, bro. Like that wasn't just straight up an attack. There was something else involved. Number 1, the moon landings are fake.
You believe it? You believe in the firmament?
I believe they're fake, and yes, I do believe in the firmament. For a lot of people that believe in the Bible,
That's what I'm about to say.
I'm like, but you don't want to believe in that part of it? I'm just saying. I'm
The
just saying.
affirmants in the Bible?
Yeah, it's in the Bible, firmament. God talks
By
about that
name.
it's but yeah, God talks about like it's like but it kind of explains the firmament like you can't go any further past this. There is something that sits above it.
He placed He
water
placed the waters above and below
and
the earth,
below.
something like that. Yeah.
The waters above and below the earth, and the sky
Really?
holds back the water.
So yeah,
Oh yeah. Trying to think. All right, top five for me. Conspiracies. Five. There's worlds below us. So like Mammoth Cave leads to places that's been documented by people like Admiral Byrd. There's been books about Hollow Earth. The
Jay Z
movie.
and Kanye song Otis, where he's like, "Can't you see that we get money up under you?" And then Kanye comes in, "Can't you see we flying jets up over you?" Like he
Yeah,
says that. Jay Z says that. Can't you see we getting money up under you?
and it might tie into something else, but like people believe in snake people, draconian people, and they say they live underground. It's always been proven that LA has always had an underground system below it, even when the people founded the city of LA.
Hey,
And
y'all
I was just go ahead.
about Vegas? How y'all been reading? This ain't a conspiracy about the underground community in Vegas.
Yeah,
It's a real community underground. Like they a couple thousand people. Like they stay underground, like under Vegas.
yeah. And China even has its own community of people who live under there, underground there as well. And also, with that being said, we used to raise cities. I don't know if you know that, B fans. We used to raise the whole grounds of a city. It's been
Really?
done in multiple places. So I believe that there's like when you see buildings and they have that half window at the bottom, like houses have like a little half window. Like
Yeah.
people were saying like that's those houses, the ground has basically come up. It was those
Wow.
houses are not raised. So like when you're walking in like New York and they have the vents, and under the vents there's like, I don't know if you know this, in New York there's actual places where you can dine in places like, and you can go under and you'll be under the street. You'll be literally under the street, but you'll be dining. And you're under where they're walking above you. So
What?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, but LA, like supposedly Will Smith said, those tunnels that like Starbucks, like the A-listers use, shit like that. Like there's a Starbucks. It's just shit like that. So they've been slipping over time. I feel like number four, the Lost Generation. This will go with another one, but Lost Generation. It's like 1880, 1890s. It's when it's even before that though. It's the lore is like the Pied Piper and things like that. This dude who would lure kids and shit out like that.
Yeah.
And he would lead. If you notice in the original Pied Piper, what he does is the government doesn't pay him for getting all the rats out of the city. So what he does is he plays a tune that controls, the kids, and he leads all the kids out of the town and takes them with him, and they never see him again. And then the Pied Piper tell he's taking them to a new world. And so the Lost Generation is, James and the Giant Peach, where he's, leaving his peoples and he's coming to America. Like there's all this literature that supports, like even
So
Willy Wonka. The second Willy Wonka is based on Willy Wonka coming to America and meeting the president. Like all these stories, yeah, they don't talk about the second Willy Wonka. It's called Willy Wonka and the Glass Elevator. So it's like,
really, I didn't
yeah,
know it was a second Willy Wonka.
They don't
yep.
never go past the first movie. Shit.
No, yep, and that may be why. You know what I'm saying? But like all these things are like they almost in all these stories they almost create a baseline of history for these people. And if you notice, a lot of our history, written history in America, like is generally penned in the 1800s. But if you notice, the greatest fires in America happened in the 1800s. So a lot of people say a lot of shit burned down in the 1800s, and they reset population. Reset the world.
What was the you said the Cabbage Patch Doll theory?
Cabbage Patch theory, but they were
Okay,
growing
Cabbage. I'm
kids.
gonna look it up when I get off for tonight.
They were growing kids out of the ground, basically, like mindless, like beings.
That's a rabbit hole. That's a rabbit hole.
That's
by
a
the
rabbit
way.
hole. It's called homunculi, shit like it.
Yeah.
I'll keep going though. The Great Resets. The Great Resets. So in the Bible, they talk about the floods. Talk about Tower of Babel, how God intervened. But what about man?
33 to 41.
What about the comets and dinosaurs, stuff like that? I'm trying to think, but like I said, back to the fires. Like all the fires of the late 1800s all the way into the early 1900s, we see them in and of course Black History, Tulsa, Red, Detroit, all this stuff. But America, think about Chicago's big fire that burned down most of the town and things like that. These were like resets in really historical places. And even if you go back and look in the 1800s, go look back at the World Fair Expos in Chicago and things like that. Look at how they had these they had moving walkways in the late 1800s in Chicago. They had statues that were gold. They had lights that never went out. Go back and look at Louisville's history. We had lights that never went out. We had trolleys that never stopped running. You know what I'm saying? So it could be another part of the
That
conspiracy.
unlimited energy
It's
shit.
unlimited energy. So you go back and look at that time. Who was really popping at that time? Nicholas Tesla. Nicholas Tesla was finding what? Unlimited energy. What happened to Nicholas Tesla? He died. Then what happened to his patents? They were basically absorbed by the
Stolen.
U.S. government. Yeah, and stolen in different ways to where they can make money off of it. So you can conspiratorialize the Great Reset could even be based on putting humans in a box. I don't know, making money, control, all that shit. So, and then last one I want to say is false history. So it goes another part of basically the same shit. That basically history is false. There's been plenty of times where like they said
I believe that.
one of the popes added 297 years to the calendar just to
Yep.
make the millennium just for power again. You know what I'm saying? You have instances, like I said, we know about, just being black and things like that our history has been stolen and manipulated, but even their history where it's like, I believe that Africans actually used to live in Europe.
Think so?
Why would, yeah, because this is the only reason I say this. Castles used to have moats, right? Remember, we used to always grow up, and there used to be a castle, and there used to be a water around it in a circle. They used to be filled
Hey,
with crocodiles.
gators.
But these are not white people, black people doing it. It was always white people in castles, which means it was indigenous to probably Europe, if we just want to go back in history. Now, crocodiles are only indigenous to Africa. So either you're lying about you were trading with these people, they was really your people, and you really just did them dirty, or black people were actually living there before. And if you look at like the Black Plague and shit like that,
They
as
were
a
living
common
in them
thing,
barns, bro.
they were living. They were basically living in their shits. They were living in barns. They didn't know nothing about disease. And it says that Moors, or cross of black people and whatever, taught them about plumbing and irrigation and how to farm and how to take care of themselves. So that's all my shit all combined into one. Great Recess, false history, lost generation, just a whole bunch of, and then the world's below us. Like, have you ever heard of someone say that you're able to walk to Egypt through the Grand Canyon and that's why they don't let you in the Grand Canyon?
I heard about that. I heard about that one.
So that's what I mean by like military dumbs, like, what is it called? Deep underground military bases. They're called dumbs, but they're everywhere. They're just huge underground facilities. I believe, like, I don't even gonna lie, make that movie
Area
less,
51. Do you believe in Area 51?
of course.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I believe necessarily in Area 51, but I believe in them doing shit out there.
In
Like,
the
real.
desert? Absolutely.
That's where they do their best testing. So it's a lot. That's it though. Let niggas go.
Yep. I gotta get to sleep. I gotta be somewhere early.
Where you going?
Job assessment. You gotta be there like 5:30. So
I think that's the assessment to see who the fuck's gonna
I
show up.
know shit. Are you gonna do it? You gonna be
Hey, you
there?
gonna get up at the crack of dawn, man. Appreciate y'all having me back. Appreciate the gear. That's dope as shit, man. That red looks good, man. And the apron looks good too. Let me screenshot that. I got another screen. Okay, you got it up on the wall. Okay. Yeah. I gotta get me a little setup like y'all, man. Give me a little cove, a little cave or something. But
Will be, yeah.
be fine. Big and Lazy Pod. Every episode. We drop every week. Appreciate that. We got 7. I'm about to take like a 2-week break. We got like 7 episodes in the vault. Like,
To just
that's yeah.
Hey, the hardest working pod man.
Yeah, 7 in the vault. So I'm about to take about a 3-week hiatus, just kick my feet up. I ain't really kicking my feet up, but I'm just gonna focus on promoting and hey man, hardest working pod in the country, man. Appreciate y'all having me, man. Love.
yep.
Love. You already know.
Later.
Stay sucker free. To all my young black males, you ain't gotta do that shit. No matter what the nigga tell you, just be yourself. Be yourself. Don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about you, how they feel about you, because it's not gonna change the dollars in your pocket, and you still gonna be you regardless. So if you can handle the shit that you do and you know what I'm saying, the decisions you make, that's on you. But fuck everybody else. Ain't that right, son? Ain't that right? No. All right.